So from this to this. Stay with us and we'll show you how to do that in just a few minutes. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. In today's video guys, we'll show you how we'll make that destroyed bumper, okay, completely broken bumper guys, into a brand new looking bumper again. Stay with us and we'll show you how to do that. It will take quite a bit of work, it will take a few things, but this bumper will look brand new. And the repair guys, it's pretty sturdy, it holds really good. As you know, 2 of our most popular videos are bumper repairs guys, and they're still looking pretty good. So we're going to go ahead, show you how to fix it, and definitely guys, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about the repair. Negative, positive, doesn't matter. Let us know your opinion guys and what you think about it. So let's start on it now. So as you know guys, we have quite a few bumper repair videos. Every bumper requires different different approach, and we thought about not even fixing this one, but we started messing with it, and to be honest with you, we'll be able to fix it to the point that you won't even be able to tell that there was anything wrong with it from just looking at the bumper from the outside. So as you can see, we pre-drilled some holes. Okay, we're going to explain what we did and all that, and we'll show you what needs to be done now. So we need a drill, zip ties, and all the pieces of the bumper. If you have a missing piece, we'll explain what you need to do. So what do we usually do guys? Okay, we drill little holes, okay, so we can zip tie the pieces together. Now it's pretty simple. Just get a drill, little drill bit, okay, and you start putting that thing together. Now you can see we have a few cracks. Okay, you have to make sure you stay to explain how to fix the cracks that didn't break all the way, because it's important to limit the amount of the crack, and how we will do that. And we have a few puncture holes, okay, and another crack right here. So all that needs to be corrected, otherwise the bumper will crack in the future. If you do the repair right guys, it will last, okay, it will last for a long time. Now if you get bumped, somebody hit it, probably it will crack, but as you can see, the new bumper cracked as well. So I don't think the plastic bumpers are resistant to impacts anyways. Now that crack guys, if we leave it like that and we repair it, in the future it will keep cracking. So how you limited that? Okay, you get a drill bit and you drill a hole towards the end of the crack. Okay, just like that, and now it's limited and it's not going to crack more. Same thing to this side right here, otherwise it will spread guys in the future from vibrations. Okay, we need to probably, yeah, it stopped right there. Just make it a little bit wider maybe and it will be good. Perfect. Okay, we limited that crack there as well to make sure that it reaches that point. And we'll go ahead, put it together now with the zip ties, and all we have to do, just drill one hole on one side, one on the other one, and get it together. Later you will not be able to see those zip ties. This is just a temporary thing to hold it together while we're fixing it. So we'll go ahead and do that to the rest of it and we'll come back. Okay guys, so this is the bumper now. Okay, you can see that's what it looks like. We put it together some now. What we'll do now on this side, we're going to cut all the zip tie ends. Okay, we don't need them for now. Practically the zip ties will be gone later guys. Okay, we'll show you later all that will be gone. We took the front, the bottom piece of the bumper apart so we don't get it dirty, because it's in good condition. And now we'll just go ahead, cut them like that, and we'll show you guys what we need to do next. We're going to get the torch here, or you can get a hair dryer if you don't have a torch. I recommend even hair dryer better than this, because with this you can a little bit catch it on fire, so you have to be careful. And we'll show you what we're going to do with it as well. So we have the torch going now guys, okay, right here. You can use that with, you can do it with a hair dryer. Okay, what we're going to do, that low spot that we have right here, okay, you can see how it's low spot, we're going to heat it up, okay, and we'll try to bring it out some and get it closer together. So that's what we'll be doing now. Okay, we're going to get a hammer or something to push it out. Okay, push the other one in, fix it in place, and I'm going to get a little bit of cold water, okay, so we can cool the bumper, okay, and make it stay like that, otherwise it's going to take forever to cool. Okay, looks way better, guys. Way better than that. Now we have one spot right here. Okay, that spot that we need to push out a little bit. Okay, just like that. Push it out again. And from that point, I'm going to get the water. Okay, squirt some on in. Okay, and this spot is ready as well. Now we have one low spot over here. Okay, I want to see if I can show it to you. Okay, this low spot. So we need to push that one out as well. That way we'll have less fuel and we'll bring it to being almost perfect for the next step. More water again. Okay, we are ready, guys. Okay, with this step now. So next, guys, we need to grind. Okay, and we need to sand a little bit where we'll be repairing. Now, if the bumper is not broken so bad, you can actually sand it, okay, before you start, so it's not shiny on the inside. That way the epoxy in the next step will work and it will stick onto it. But in our case, you can see how many different pieces we have, so that's what we'll be doing now. Just be careful not to break your zip ties. So we'll go around it. So okay, we have the grinder here. You can use just a sanding block if you need to, and we'll start doing that now. So now, guys, we're going to get duct tape. Okay, you have to use duct tape and zip ties to make sure everything is right. We're going to go ahead and follow the cracks. Okay, why? Because we don't want our epoxy to leak out while we're waiting for it to set. Now, some epoxies are pretty quick. They're like 2 minutes, 5 minutes epoxy. Some take an hour. We have a slower one that gives us a little bit more time to work on things. But it doesn't really matter which one you use. It's up to your preferences. Now, every epoxy has a different strength. Okay, how much tension it can get. So if you get the one that's really strong, that will be way better. All the materials that we use will be listed in the description of the video below, guys, for your convenience. So please do check that thing out. So you can see so much better than what it used to be. Everything is in one piece now, and we just need to start putting it together now. Okay, another piece there. Just a regular duct tape works really good. The one that's thin, if you use the thick one, it may not work as well. And all those zip ties later, guys, all that will be gone. So we'll go ahead, do that to the rest of the bumper, okay, and we'll continue with the rest in just a little bit. We'll get some acetone. Always use gloves, guys, don't do what we do. We're going to clean all the plastic here now. Okay, everything needs to be degreased really good. Make sure there is absolutely no contamination, no dust from when you sand it or grind it, whatever you did. You have to make sure that it's clean, because if you have oil deposits, like oil vapors from the engine, something, the glue guys will not work out. So clean it really good. You can actually even use brake cleaner if you need to. So this is, guys, the epoxy that we have. It comes in two different compounds. One is activator, one is the actual epoxy. You can buy them in small quantities, and all that will be listed in the description of the video below or more. Now with that epoxy we probably fixed, not to say a big word, but probably so far we fixed about 7-8 bumpers, depending on how bad it is. Okay, this should be enough. Now we're going to add the same amount of the other compound now. Perfect. And we'll need to mix it now. Read your instructions. Okay, some epoxies require more time to cure, some need just a few minutes, so it really depends. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go ahead, start mixing it, and after we mix it, we'll show you guys what we're going to do next. You gotta make sure that it's evenly mixed, everything. It will change color, it might start getting warm as well. When it's starting to activate, it will definitely get warm. So the epoxy is ready, everything is mixed, guys. Okay, we're going to get a brush. We have a pretty big brush, but you don't need so big, the smaller the better actually, like something like that, or like an inch brush will be really convenient. Okay, and now we'll just go ahead and start adding some, okay, to the cracks. Make sure that we push some epoxy in the crack, and it's going to glue it pretty much together, guys. Okay, it will work really good that way. Okay, we just leaked some out of somewhere. I just saw, oh, okay, never mind, it just like out of the little hole right here, so we're safe to go. Now we're going to get epoxy quad, guys. Okay, this is the epoxy quad. This is amazing stuff. Okay, this makes the epoxy super strong so it doesn't crack. Now you can find that one listed in the description of the video below. That's the one that they use to make even boats, you know, the sailboats, even power boat, jet skis, and they withstand, guys, okay, that force of the water, so pretty much that bumper will withstand normal abuse as well. We're going to apply that epoxy quad, okay, and it's kind of like building carbon fiber. It's the same thing, but instead of the epoxy quad you use carbon fiber and epoxy, clear epoxy as well. So we're going to push it like that. Now we're going to get the brush again, and we're going to apply on top more. You have to make sure that it goes all the way in the quad, and that way everything will turn out pretty strong. You can see it kind of like turns clear. And the more layers you do, the stronger it gets. Probably we'll do 2 layers, maybe 3, it really depends, guys, but 2 usually is enough. Okay, perfect. Now we will need to get a little bit more, and we'll need to apply some, okay, right here. And we're going to go ahead and apply epoxy now, just the same way to this thing, and you can see how good it starts looking. You have to press it in all the way around the zip ties to make sure it goes in, and you have to make sure that you don't have air pockets, because if you have an air pocket, that's going to actually make your bumper not so strong, and it may develop a crack in the future. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll continue, guys. So that's what it looks like now, guys. We're done. Make sure that you don't have air pockets, press them out. if you do. And we'll let it stay, guys, for 24 hours to set and everything, and then we'll continue with the next step. So it's been a couple hours now, but before we let it dry for 24 hours, we're going to remove our duct tape. Okay, because next day will be almost impossible and we'll have to sand it. It will take quite a bit of work. Now you will see how good that thing got in the cracks and everything, so I'll get a close up for you so you can see it in a little bit. Some of them will be hard to remove, some will be a little bit easier. Definitely, guys, definitely it got a little bit stuck, but now let me show you how good it gets in the crack inside. That leaked out, it's fine, we're going to go ahead and fix it, but see how it glued the crack together. This one here as well. It will be amazing. So we'll go ahead, peel all of them off, and then we'll be ready just to let it sit for 24 hours or so until the epoxy is completely done, and we'll be able to sand it and we'll be able to continue with the next step. So it's already dry. Okay, it's been 24 hours. Okay, and it's still flexible enough, okay, for the bumper. Not too flexible, but hey, it's a bumper, guys. I mean, it's not made to be too flexible anyways. If you hit it, it's gonna crack even if it's a new one. So now what we need to do on the inside, we don't need to worry about it. We need to worry about the outside and to get the outside smooth and finished. So how we are going to do that now? Okay, let us explain you guys. Okay, we're going to get the grinder now, and we are going to get the zip ties out. Okay, and we're going to make a canal to where we can apply the Bondo glass in a little bit. So let's do that now. So after grinding, guys, that's what it looks like. Okay, you can see we don't have zip ties anymore for some of you that thought they will stay. Now we're going to get 80 sandpaper. Okay, and we're going to sand the whole area that we'll be working. Okay, we don't have to sand the whole bumper, just the area that you'll be working with, because we will apply Bondo. Okay, and Bondo glass, guys. If you have shiny spot, what will happen later in the future, it will peel or it will crack, so you gotta make sure that you do not have any shiny spots on the paint. And 80 sandpaper usually makes deep enough canals for the Bondo to attach really good to the bumper. So you can see how much we're pressing and pushing that thing. So if it was about to crack, I think it was going to crack now, and you're going to notice it, because we move it around the shop quite a bit. We shake it, we press on it. So we'll do that for the rest of the bumper, guys. Okay, repair on this side, and we'll continue. Okay, guys, so we sanded it. Now we're going to wipe everything, make sure we don't have any dust. We're going to clean it with acetone. Again, use gloves. Don't ask why we don't, guys. Okay, and we'll be ready after that for the next step. Okay, you're going to see how much better that bumper will start looking soon. It's unbelievable. So clean everything and we'll prepare it for the next step. Okay, guys, so we are ready for the next step. Okay, you can see the bumper, what it looks like now, and we'll be using now right here Bondo glass. Okay, this is amazing foundation for that. It's has fiberglass, kind of like the quad that we use for the fiberglass, quad pieces inside, so it makes it really strong, and it's really hard to crack. That's why we'll be using this one for a foundation, so the bumper will not crack, the Bondo will not crack, and it will even reinforce the bumper some as well. So you're going to get some, okay, usually like that. You have usually a few minutes to work with before it gets hard, and you will not be able to apply. If you suspect that it's starting to getting hard, do not apply it because it won't be strong. Just a little bit of activator, and we're going to mix it now. Mix it really good. it needs to be one uniform cover, that way you will know that you have activator everywhere. Otherwise, if you miss to mix it really good, you will not have activator everywhere, and as a result you will have soft spots. That is not good. You will need to remove everything and start from the beginning. So just make sure that it's one uniform cover. Stay out of the sun, because if you do that in the sunshine, guys, it will dry in no time. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to apply some to our low and high spots. Okay, right here, this is a low spot, so we can level everything. This one is a little bit hard to sand, to be honest with you, but it works really good, guys. It makes the bumper really strong, and it's really hard to crack as well. And you will see soon that bumper will look amazing, or at least we hope so. Let us know, guys, if you have any recommendations, because as you know, we learn from one another, so definitely a good thing if you share some advice. That way we can share with the subscribers later. Like remember how we fix that crack and we make them so they don't they don't spread anymore? One of our subscribers taught us that technique, to drill a hole, and once you drill the hole, it stops spreading the crack. Okay, we're almost done there, and then you need to let it dry. Usually takes about 30 minutes and you will be ready to sand it. If it's colder weather or more humid, you may need to take some extra time, but usually after about 30 to an hour you're ready to go. So we get 120 sandpaper, guys. We're going to use the machine, but you can do it by hand even if you want to. And now let me show you. Okay, this thing is hard. Okay, see how it scratches with my nails? I cannot get my nail impression. Everything is hard and ready to be sanded, guys. Now we need to sand in a way that we follow the bumper lines. Okay, not to sand too much. Okay, and one spot you need to follow to have a nice smooth line. Now this bundle you will not be able to get it too smooth, that's why we have the fine bundle on top, but this is the really good foundation and that's a really strong bundle. So let's go ahead and start on it now. Okay guys, so that's what it looks like. You can see way better. We started getting the idea of what the bumper is going to look like. Now we're going to go ahead and prepare it for the fine bundle, and we'll be ready, guys, very soon. So what we'll do now, we'll just get a sandpaper, okay, on a bulk, usually like 100, and we're going to follow the lines, get a few high spots if we have any, just to make sure that everything is good, because if you leave a high spot, guys, it will be noticeable. So you need to make sure that you follow the body lines. Okay, you can see how much better that thing started looking already. And people will probably say, yep, it's going to crack. Well, if you hit it, probably it will crack. But check this thing out, we're moving it so much around, and so far we don't get any cracks. On the vehicle it's even more stationary than that. Okay, so we're finishing it up now. We did it by hand, guys. Okay, you can see that looks okay, especially looking through here. Okay, get your hand, feel for high and low spots. Okay, the high spot will feel like a bump, low spot will feel like a, you know, like kind of like it's your hand is going in the bumper. So you need to make sure that you follow the body line and you don't have any bumps or anything like that. Everything needs to be smooth. Now we're ready, guys, for the good bundle and the fine bundle on top. We have one that's amazing, guys. It changes color when it's ready, so check it out now. That's what we'll be doing. Also, we'll have everything listed in the description of the video below, all the materials. So we're cleaning everything now to make sure we don't have any dust, and we will be ready now for the fine bundle. Okay, you can see our zip ties where we cut earlier. Okay, all that can be seen, and how epoxy went inside the cracks and everything. It's like one piece now, guys. That's amazing. I mean, you cannot even tell that there was a crack. That's the fine filler, guys, premium filler. This one changes colors. Now it's pink. Okay, and when we guys mix it and when it's ready to be sanded, it's going to turn blue. So this is probably one of the best ones that we've worked with. So we'll apply some of that now. Okay, check it out. And we're going to go ahead, put a thin layer to cover everything, and then we'll sand it and shape it that way. Okay, perfect. Now we need some activator. This is the hardener activator, guys. You're going to apply a thin amount. You can see this one actually stayed for a while, so it has a little bit of water drops, but that's fine. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to mix it. It's important how you mix it, guys. When you mix it, you need to press down. Why? Because when you press down, okay, you're going to get the air out of it, and when you get the air out, you won't have little bitty pinholes. Okay, it's very hot today. It's like 97, 80 degrees probably outside, super hot. That's why, okay, it's so liquid too, it's so runny. Usually in colder weather it's not as runny, but it's very soft filler, super easy to work with, and super easy to actually sand, guys. So if you're on the market for a filler, check it out. So we're going to do that to the whole repair now. Later we're going to sand it, shape it, and we'll see the end result very, very soon, I think. Just gonna make sure that you cover everything. And you have a few minutes to work with that thing, because otherwise the hardener will activate and you're done. So you pretty much need to throw it away if you didn't use it all. So we'll do that to the rest. We'll mix some more and we'll continue. So we mix some more, guys, and I want to show you now. This bond is amazing. Check it out. This one is getting almost dry, and see how it changes its color. Okay, when it's ready to be sanded, it will be, okay, you can check this thing out. It will be like green when it's ready to sand. It goes from pinkish to bluish purple to green, and you can definitely notice the difference now when we mix it. It's the same bundle, but at first it's one color, and when it's ready it's different color. So that's super convenient. Okay, instead of just guessing when to go ahead and sand it, that thing tells you and you're ready to go. So we're going to sand it now, guys. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start sanding, and just following the body line. Just the same thing what we did with the other bond, exactly the same thing. Just make sure that you don't have high and low spots. You're going to achieve perfection, guys. Because if you have a low or high spot when you paint it later, it will be visible. And we'll show you guys what it will look like in just a few minutes. So that's what the bumper looks like. Okay, we're ready, guys, for the next step. Let me show you now. We're just getting clean water now in the bucket. We're going to get 320 sandpaper. We're going to wet the area that we worked on and a little bit to the outside, and we're going to wet sand it. That way we can prepare it for high buildup primer. This one will be the next step, high buildup primer. You may need 1 or 2 coats. It really depends on how bad yours is. So we're just going to go ahead, start sanding, guys. After 320, if it's just 1 coat of primer, I recommend to go to 600 sandpaper. Probably we'll do 2 coats, because ours was, you can see, pretty big areas, so we want to make sure that it's smooth as glass when we're done with it. So we'll do that to the rest, and we'll continue with the next step. Next, guys, we'll use the 5-star high build-up, okay, Max Field 2K primer. This is a really good primer, guys. It's Max Build Primer Surface Buff. You can use it as a regular primer as well if you use reducer. If you want to just have the high build-up primer, you're using only the activator 4-1. So we have everything premixed and we're ready to go now. So we will do one coat now and one in a little bit, guys. Okay, we'll probably do 2 coats on this one, maybe 3, it really depends how bad it is. So first one will be very light. You want to get your edges too. Everywhere that you have a bundle or bumper plastic showing, you need to have primer, guys. And this is the high build-up primer, so it's going to make things really smooth when you sand it. So we're going to get sandpaper now, guys. It's hard, okay, it's ready to be sanded. We dip some in water, we already started. And you want to sand and follow the body lines. Okay, just follow the body lines. Now we're going to sand quite a bit, okay, until we kind of like start to see a little bit of the bumper and the bundle here and there. Make sure that everything's smooth. If you have a high spot, sand more, low spot, avoid those. And that fuel will fill it up and you will make it even smoother. And after that, the second spray, okay, the second time that we'll spray will be just for paint. So that's what we'll be doing, and I'll show you in a little bit, okay, what it's going to look like. Okay, so we're ready now. We're going to rinse it off. We'll clean it with clean water, guys. Let it dry. And we'll be ready for one more layer of primer. We need to hide all these spots, and next one will be just ready for paint. So you can see that was a low spot, guys. Check this thing out. The primer stayed here. That was a low spot. Right here we had a little bit of a low spot, and this one was a high spot right there. So it came out. It really levels everything really nice and smooth. So we're ready to spray one more primer and we'll be ready for paint. So the bumper is ready for one more coat, guys. You can see that we're going to finish it now. So the same thing, okay, we mix the primer and everything. So now we're pretty much ready to go, and just probably do about two light coats on it. So we're ready for a second coat, guys. Okay, that's what we'll be doing, just very one light coat again. And we'll be ready just to sand it and paint it. Okay, very soon. So that's what we'll be doing next. So today will be the final sanding. Okay, you can see how smooth that bumper looks. That is just amazing, guys. You cannot even tell that it's been repaired from this side. We're going to get 400 sandpaper. We'll get the sanding block. We'll just dip it in clean water and we'll start sanding the bumper, guys. It's important now to follow the body lines. Don't mess up the edges. Okay, don't sand too much on the edges. Make sure that Bondo, okay, body filler does not show anywhere, because if it shows, when you spray the paint, it's going to absorb the paint and it will cause like little bitty pinholes. So it's important just to have primer only, but the primer has to be glass smooth. And you can see how it started looking really, really amazing. We will not need to sand so much. When it dries, you just gotta make sure that it doesn't look like orange peel. Everything is smooth and you will be ready to go. Once we do that, guys, I will show you what it will look like. So we're just finishing with 600 now, 600 sandpaper by hand. Okay, we don't even use the sanding block. We're going to sand the whole bumper because we'll be preparing it for paint. That way, guys, you're going to sand the top layer of the paint and it won't be shiny, so the new paint will stick. Okay, we'll do that to the whole bumper and we already are almost done with it. And I want to show you guys, if you look in an angle, okay, you can usually see if you have low or high spots, imperfections, and that bumper, guys, looks amazing. Okay, the repair so far looks amazing. So we'll go ahead, dry it, and we'll be ready for paint. So we got the gun ready. You can find in the description of the video below which gun we use, guys. This is the compressor that we're using, little bitty thing, but for something small it's amazing. It goes all the way to 165 psi, amazing compressor, guys. Check it out, we'll have the link again in the description of the video below. We have our paint ready in the gun and we're just ready to start painting now. So we're getting the paint mask now and we'll be ready, guys, to paint the bumper. So we'll be using, guys, this paint prep surface wipe. Okay, you can find the paint prep surface wipe listed in the description of the video below. They have different brands, but all of them are amazing. Okay, it removes any grease or dirty spots that you left. Let's say you touch it with your fingers, guys. Okay, that will remove the grease from your fingers. Now I recommend to always use gloves. Okay, why we don't, I have no idea, but you always have to use gloves, guys, when you work with that material. Okay, so we get the wipe and now we're going to go ahead, do the whole bumper. Okay, you'll be pretty wet, it will be soaked. You will see, and you need to wait until it dries to start painting. You gotta make sure that you do all the edges, guys. All the edges needs to be done because that's where, okay, things will be bad usually. So you want to make sure that you cover everything. You can see how it turns wet, but they dry pretty quick, especially if it's warm. Probably will take about 5 minutes and you'll be dry and ready to paint. Okay, right here a little bit. Okay, we have a little bit here on the bottom, and right here, all that is white dust from sanding that we still have some left. So we're going to do that as well, right here on the edge. Perfect. So we'll be ready for paint now. So now we're ready, guys, for the bumper. We'll do 3 coats of paint most likely, so we'll spray one. The first one will be lighter, then we'll wait about 15 to 20 minutes when it's kind of like dull looking. It will be dry and we'll do 2 more coats that way and then we'll clear coat it. So let's see how it will look like now. So we got the clear coat ready, guys. You can find it listed in the description of the video below. This is a very good affordable price clear coat, guys. It's cheap, but it works really good. Premium quality, made in the USA, so we really like that thing. Comes with 3 different activators, slow, medium and fast. We're using the slow because it's extremely hot here now. It's probably in the 90s close right now, so you just mix it 4-to-1 usually, guys. Okay, that's what you do, 4-to-1. And we'll just go ahead and spray the bumper. So this is the activator now. Okay, they actually have 4 different kinds of activator, guys, not just one. I just noticed that right here it says that they have fast, medium slow and extremely slow, X-slow. That's for extremely warm temperatures. So we'll mix it and we'll be ready to go. So we'll go ahead, guys. Okay, we're going to do 1 coat of clear coat on this bumper. We'll show you what we're striving for, guys. I'll start spraying a little bit, then I'll stop and I'll show you on top, because it's really easy to know how to spray the clear coat so we don't have runs or it doesn't look like you don't have enough clear coat. So let's do that now and show you what to do. So check this thing out now, guys. If you have little bitty pinholes, okay, that's not ready. Okay, it needs to look like that, but the moment, like half a second before you see the pinholes, okay, you need to stop and it will look like that. So that's what we're doing here now. Okay, let me come on this side. So this is it, guys. This is the bumper now. Okay, we're going to let it dry. We'll assemble it, and next step you're going to see it put together. Yep, I know it's hard to believe that it's still the same bumper, but I'm going to prove you that it is, guys. Okay, and this is everything underneath that we repaired, as you can see. So stay with us to see the end result now. So this is, guys, the bumper put together now. Okay, let us show you what it looks like. Okay, it looks amazing, right? Check this thing out. It looks so good. Okay, we have just a few greasy fingers because we had to put all the trim pieces together. You cannot even tell it's the same bumper. So just to prove you that, guys, I'm going to shoot from behind and show you that this is our repair right here, guys. We had to install a couple of screws here for that trim piece to hold it in place, but everything is super sturdy now and everything looks amazing. So hopefully, guys, okay, you enjoyed the video and you saw how we repair that bumper. Thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel and see you guys next time.